After years of devastating drought, there is renewed hope in Iraq's ancient marshlands. Seasonal rains have begun to refill the Huwayzah marshes as part of the historic Mesopotamian ecosystem between the Tigris River and the Euphrates River. Once nearly dry, these wetlands are now showing signs of life once again. Take a look.
A fishing boat cuts through the calm waters of the Huwayzah marshes, a scene that had nearly disappeared after years of drought. Today, water has returned, spreading across large parts of the marshland. Patches of greenery are reappearing, buffaloes are back in the water, and birds once again fill the sky. These marshes are part of the ancient Mesopotamian landscape between the Tigris River and Euphrates River. They are often linked to the legendary Garden of Eden and have sustained life for thousands of years. Climate change and water shortages laced with upstream dams left large parts of the wetlands dry and barren in recent years. But after a decent rainfall this winter, the reservoirs along the Tigris are nearly full once again. Local residents are beginning to hope again. Fishermen waters return could bring back their livelihood, restoring a way of life that was fast disappearing.
Life will return, along with the fish and livestock, and people will feel their homeland and future restored because their livelihood is in the marshes. We hope the Iraqi government will take care of the people and pay more attention to the marshes.
Activists say as much as 85% of the marshland is now submerged, but water levels still need to increase further. The return of water has brought back more than just greenery. It has restored hope in one of the world's oldest and most fragile ecosystems.
All right, moving on. A major shift appears to be underway in the United States. New polling data now points to a growing wave of anger and unease directed at Israel, cutting across age groups, but more prominent among younger Americans. The latest Harvard Harris poll shows that overall 74% Americans say that they support Israel over Hamas. But the breakdown of these numbers by age group tell a larger and a different story. Among the Americans aged between 18 and 24, just 54% back Israel. In the 25 to 34 age group, the support stands at 60%. Compare that with older Americans, where support for Israel climbs to 89% among those who are 65 and above. At the same time, a recent survey from the Pew Research Center shows a broader shift in public sentiment toward Israel. As per the Pew poll, 6 in 10 Americans now say that they view Israel unfavorably, an increase of 20 percentage points since 2022. While nearly one-third of those respondents describe their view as very unfavorable, a figure that has more than tripled over the past 4 years. The surveys come amid heightened tensions in West Asia and add to the growing data showing that sympathy in America is increasingly tilting toward Palestinians. So the message from these polls is perhaps clear. Support for Israel in the United States is no longer uniform. A heart-related disease is emerging as India's major health challenge. Well, a latest survey conducted by the Government of India shows how cardiovascular diseases, which includes hypertension and heart ailments, have increased almost 3 times in the last 7 years. We get you more details in this next report.
A latest government survey on the health sector in India has laid bare a new health challenge. Heart-related diseases per a population of 100,000 have gone up from nearly 1,300 in 2017-18 to over 3,800 in 2025. This is approximately a threefold increase. As per data collected in December 2025, cardiovascular diseases accounted for the highest share of ailments recorded per 100,000 persons. Out of 15,000 ailments, over 3,800 cases pertain to heart-related diseases. cardiologists link the rise of heart disease cases in India to sedentary lifestyle.
One of the major reasons why this disease is being picked up is increasing health awareness among people. The second important thing is that the risk factors are multiplying. People are now enjoying life more than they ever did. There's lack of physical exercise, the smoking rate has gone up, and the stress has gone up. So some compounding factors, socioeconomic factors have led to this.
While those aged 60 and above accounted for highest percentage of hospitalizations pertaining to heart-related diseases in 2025, young people are also increasingly vulnerable. For instance, 7.3% in the 30 to 44 age group and 13.9% in the 45 to 59 age group were hospitalized with cardiovascular disease. Heart disease is also among the most costly ailments in terms of hospitalization expenses. As per the report, treatment of heart-related ailments cost an average of over 69,000 rupees in urban areas, which is only lower than cancer and kidney failure. But it is more expensive than other ailments like infections and blood diseases. A similar pattern is observed in rural areas, although the treatment cost is relatively lower. Now, is there a way to reduce the risk of developing heart disease? The answer is a resounding yes.
Training of prevention has to start in schools through exercise, food intake, control of risk factors like obesity are very important for this. So smoking has to have many big campaigns to show that smoking and link of heart disease is real, and heart attacks in young, the commonest risk factor is smoking.
While it remains to be seen whether this report's findings will result in policy tweaks, it is clear that small lifestyle changes can bring a huge change in our lives. Bureau Report, WION World is One.